Alright. I think I botched the audio on this, so I have to redo the audio. But I've already done the video, and I'm gonna have to narrate over this. So I'm probably gonna fast forward a little bit, a few times while I'm doing this. But this is an iPhone SE. What happened to this thing, anyways? Oh, okay, no display. That's what it was. iTunes recognizes it. I think it was dropped, maybe, or something like that. I think it was dropped. Yeah, and no display. So I'm gonna try to remember exactly what I did to this thing, but it's probably gonna involve measuring some stuff in diode mode. This one's gonna be I think this is PP1B8, maybe. Dang. Hold up. Why is my Spotify on here? Anyways, this sucks. Come on, man. All right. All right. One of these days I'm gonna have to edit these videos. Um, okay, so I'm about to click on something. Maybe. This is kind of fun. It's like a guessing game. I'm talking about something. I don't need. Okay, this is PP1V8 LCM, which is the input to the display to the connector, which powers everything else. So this is the first thing I always check. And I don't know exactly what I'm doing now, but I'm probably babbling about something. Hurry up, man. Come on. LCM, the chestnut power enable. Okay, I'm probably checking these things. Nope, I don't see my multimeter on the pins yet, so I'm probably going to check it in diode mode at some point. But I guess I tend to babble a little bit. I'm about to fast forward now. Get to the damn solution. Okay, so that powers chestnut. I'm probably yapping about how the whole display system works, which I've talked about in other videos already. But basically, LCM. Okay, so PP1V8 LCM is handled by the PMIC, which goes to across the connector of the screen. Once the screen is on the logic board, that way it's kind of like a detection method, and then that goes to LCM enable, which goes to chestnut, which is the display IC, and then the display IC sends the 5v7 lines to back to the display to power it on. All right. So now I'm checking diode mode of these pins, and I'm going to find out that one of these suckers are short. And it's not going to be, so now I'm checking PP1V8 LCM con. That's fine. You can always compare it with a known good board. And I think ZXW actually has diode mode readings already. You have to click on it on the left hand side. So this is the PP5V7 LCM, okay? And I'm going to realize that that is short at some point. I think I'm going to skip through now. Yeah, I'm just yapping. So let's see if I can fast forward a little bit. Okay, so I think I was still trying to figure out which component was short here. So I started removing all the components on that line, and there was definitely a little bit of long screw damage there, but I don't think that's playing a part in it. I think a lot of people would probably look at the long screw damage and say, "Oh, it's long screw damage that's causing the black screen," but I think you really have to do some diagnosis before you come to the conclusion that it's long screw damage, all right? And you want to rule stuff out before you start mucking with the long screw damage, because once you start I mean, first off, long screen damage is going to take a long time to fix, and secondly, it may not even be necessary. You have to figure out if it's necessary or not. Um, so I started taking out. I think I took out all the caps in that line. Before the shield. And the sad thing is that I've already had one of these repairs, and it was definitely the big cap that was the problem the first time as well. But I just didn't remember it. So I probably could have saved myself a lot of time and not have even removed these smaller capacitors, because usually it's probably going to be that big cap behind the shield, and that's what it was the first time. So I'm gonna skip over here because it's a lot of shaky hands and trying to resolder this stupid component back, which took me forever. Okay, so I finally see I'm just trying to get these components back, and I just remember it taking me forever to do these components. So I think at this point I had realized that it was the big cap that was a problem. So I pulled it off, I yanked it off, and I ripped the pad actually. So here's my attempt at putting this stupid cap back with the rip pad. And so the pad leads to those 4 capacitors, so I'm gonna have to run a jumper. So I decided to just put this cap sideways, and then that way I can just run the jumper a little bit easier, because there wasn't really much of a pad below it. There was like a little bit of a dot, but I mean I don't think it would have been a very good joint, so probably better to just run a jumper when in doubt. So I just put it sideways. I don't remember if I put green stuff on it or not to hold it down. I may or may not have. I'm not sure. And the next probably 10 minutes is probably gonna be me trying to run the jumper and stuff like that. Alright, so it looks like I finally finished this stupid thing. And I'm still trying to put these crisp up these connectors. Nice shiny joints, which are not so shiny at this time. Having a hell of a time. On that day, I was having a hell of a time putting these damn components back. I think it's because I uh, was too lazy to put on new tips. I had some dull .3mm JBC tips, and I finally ended up using some new tips, and that made it a little bit easier. Still having a hell of a time putting these damn caps back, and I think at some point I'm gonna look at all that flux on there, dried up brown flux. At some point I'm gonna put some green stuff on, and at some point I think I'm gonna use some hot air to try to wash away some of this brown flux. I think that's upcoming. because this video is almost done. Alright, well, switch to the big camera here and power this sucker on. And voila, Apple logo. So we are in business, and all it was one big cap. And that's it. Usually start with the bigger caps if you're troubleshooting, because those seem to blow first. So I think I'm going to call this a day here, and this is a done deal. Enjoy. iPhone SE no display repair. Have a good day.